Okay, this is change partners in the key of F. 1 flat. Now, some of these chords I heard Tommy Flanagan play at the Knickerbocker, so. See, now that first one is just an F chord, but I add the 9, so we call it an F add 9. That's clearly an A flat diminished. It could be an F diminished, like, but it's kind of nicer to have that bass move up and then descend that way. You see, so now that means that that E in the melody there, it's going to have to be a C7, but with a G on the bottom. You know, because I want this movement. And then, so it's 1 to flat 3 to 2 to 5. So we'd have. Now notice how I'm playing the diminished. I'm not doing this and making it muddy. I'm taking these notes out and playing them up here.
The right hand.
I could play this as a drop 2. I kind of like this sound. So now this has to be, see? So it's not a G minor 7, it's not that, it's this. It's an inversion of a C7, what? Second inversion, right? That can spread.
Yes.
Okay, so you have now here I like to go to that chord at that point rather than staying on a G minor. It's because it's static. Now this gives it more movement, you know, so. Then I go to E flat. Now you can, there's a couple things you can do here. I can go to an A inverted, which I like. Could be an A minor, but it's really an F chord. I mean, it's an F chord inverted. Now here a diminished. Okay, so now they have a G sharp over E, but with that note being in there, it's a little bit of a rub. So I like the A flat diminished. It's very similar to an E7 flat 9. But I'm thinking of the bass line movement here from A to F, I mean A to A flat to G. So it's always about bass line movement. 1 to flat 3 to 2, up to 4, then a 2 5, then an inversion of an F. A flat diminished. Now look at that voicing there. See how that's spread out? Instead of it being like that. It's got a nice distribution over a bigger area. Now here they just stay on a C7, but I have a little maneuver that I saw him do, which I liked. It was, he did this, did that, and then he did. You're missing a page here, I think. No, maybe I'm reading in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. So the first ending is, here we are. A flat diminished, C7 with a G in the bass, B flat minor 6, E flat 7, F inverted, diminished, then this. This. See how that keeps cycling. Then that little turnaround. Now this here is a D flat 9 moving to a C13. And I go to the 3 chord instead of the 1, just to keep the movement going. repeat. Do some things in here. So I'm using the left hand rhythmic. It's really could be that, but I like the B flat minor 6 there. I like the sound of, then the E flat. Now this E flat 7 has a 9 and a sharp 11 in it. It's a real nice jazzy sounding chord. That little turnaround. Now this. Now it modulates to E flat. Okay, this is different from what they have here. They have this. Let me see. See, that doesn't quite sound right to me. What I do is A section, but notice the modulation now. We're in A flat. I just used a 1-6-2-5 there in A flat. That they have it as a 1 to a 2, back to 1 again. That's kind of boring, I think. Works well. Now, A flat. So that modulation back is the G minor 11 there, and then the C13, and the flat 9. Now it's just repeating. Here's a new melody. It goes. Okay, now I don't use that. I don't use that chord. I use the descending. Yeah, so it goes. Like, so that it keeps that movement going. I have like so that's more logical, I think, to go. It's a more logical than anything they have here, which is a
2D.
We could do that. Like from the F chord, go to an E, then the E flat. You see, so that's a descending movement like this in dominant sevenths, which is very, you know, try to find the most logical thing to do there. If you're using these chords, they have alternate chords here, so you'd have then they have an F major here, then a G minor. There's nothing really wrong with that. But I like what I'm doing. I prefer the descending motion there. Because it's different from anything else that's happened, you know. I can write these in for you so that you can see them.
Well, you put a G here.
On the bottom of the chord.
Could he play the?
Yeah, so
this goes. This is. I wrote sparse.
That's what I'm using. I'm using a G. I'm using a C7, and look, there's that tritone.
Yeah, I should.
Put a G in the bass here.
It's kind of empty here.
Well, it's empty through the whole thing. You have to put the chords in there. You can, fill melodically if you want. Or I do things with the left hand like this. Now that I'm doing a turnaround. B flat, A minor, D7 takes me to G minor, you see? It fills in this spot here. I put a B flat 7 here, A minor, D7.
Okay.
And then right there I'm using a D flat 7. Right? It's got a 9 in it, but do a C13. See, that's funny that melody is that way. Dance with me. I thought it was you. Listen, thought it was a. That's very similar. So those are the only things, those, right? The diminished here, up to the B flat with the E flat, using this one.
Okay.
Putting the B flat minor in this measure then, instead of putting it.
Okay, what's the turnaround?
And then going to the E flat 7 here. Okay, right on that, all right. Here's where the turnaround is. See, so I'm on I'm A flat diminished. There's that C7 again with the G in the bass, so I go. So it's G minor, like I think of it as a G minor to a B flat 7 to an A minor 7 to a D7, which is a turnaround back to G minor, because you want to be back to G minor, but you want to fill up all that empty space there. That 1 6 2 5. See, I can use some fills in the left hand.
Yeah.